Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Under the Triple H era, the latest episode of WWE SmackDown concluded with another title change as the Street Profits emerged as the new tag team champions. Another highlight of the show was the brawl between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, which ensued after the Queen's match against B-Fab. In the post-match, both Flair and Stratton took each other to the limit and didn't even stop destroying each other, even after the officials intervened to separate them. The brawl broke out all over the arena, and the live crowd thoroughly enjoyed it. However, this brawl could backfire on Nick Aldis and his regime, as Triple H might punish him for failing to maintain his authoritative control over the blue brand. As the SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis must ensure order on the blue brand. Also, Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton is a WrestleMania match for the WWE Women's title, and serious altercations like this could jeopardize their Mania match. So, with the failure to maintain orders on the blue brand, Triple H might decide to punish the national treasure. An angle like this will demonstrate how the game supervises every show and will not tolerate the actions of the general manager if they fail to comply with their duties. It's important to note that the entire scenario is speculative and based on assumptions. We will have to wait for the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown to see whether Nick Aldis will face any consequences for his failure to maintain order. The road to WrestleMania always brings surprises and unexpected twists. Recently, former WWE tag team stars Sunil Singh and Samir Singh hinted at a comeback to the Stanford-based promotion. The duo hinted at this after the latest comment from wrestling veteran Jose the Assistant, who urged Triple H to rehire the Bollywood Boys. In response to this, Sunil and Samir reacted from their official X handle by sharing a video of themselves dancing with the game, which ended up with Triple H giving them a pedigree. This video was captured during the India tour when the King of Kings faced off against former WWE star Jinder Mahal. For those who might not know, the Bollywood Boys was majorly seen in the company as part of an alliance with the modern-day Maharaja. However, they were later released from WWE. In the fast-paced, high-stakes world of professional wrestling, where every move inside and outside the ring matters, WWE management faces constant pressure to maintain order and deliver a top-tier show each week. SmackDown, one of the WWE's flagship programs, has a long history of high-energy drama, compelling storylines, and of course, the in-ring action fans come to expect. But what happens when an episode of SmackDown falters or an executive fails to manage the show's direction effectively? The scenario at hand is one that would make even the most seasoned wrestling fans raise their eyebrows. Triple H, the game-changing, legendary figure in WWE, possibly punishing a top WWE executive for their failure to restore order during a chaotic SmackDown episode. Could this be a real possibility? Could it result in a major shift in the power dynamics of the company? Let's explore. SmackDown this week was supposed to be a pivotal episode, designed to set the stage for the upcoming pay-per-view event and continue several heated rivalries. Instead, it became a chaotic mess. Key storylines that had been built up over weeks were left hanging, leaving fans and critics alike questioning whether there was a lack of direction behind the scenes. One of the primary issues revolved around the mismanagement of a high-profile segment, what was meant to be a dramatic confrontation between Roman Reigns and his latest rival, Drew McIntyre, turned into a botched promo that failed to deliver the emotional impact it was supposed to. It was clear that a lot of fans were let down, and the situation worsened when backstage segments, designed to build anticipation, also failed to create the desired buzz. These were glaring signs that something was amiss within WWE's leadership. Add to that the on-air frustrations from WWE's own talent, some of whom seemed visibly annoyed by the lack of coherent direction in their segments. Social media reactions from the superstars themselves were buzzing with speculation that the writing team and producers weren't on the same page. This left one major question. Why had this breakdown in the creative direction and execution been allowed to occur? Who was responsible for managing the chaos, and why wasn't it under control? Triple H, also known as The Game, has long been a pillar of stability within WWE, both as a performer and as an executive. His backstage role in WWE's creative direction has been integral to the company's rise and success, particularly with his involvement in NXT. His reputation as a leader, responsible for bringing fresh ideas to WWE's programming, has earned him the admiration of both fans and talent alike. However, Triple H is not one to tolerate failure when it comes to maintaining WWE's high standards. As a person with an impeccable understanding of the business, he knows that WWE must be in top form week in and week out. If an episode falters due to management's incompetence, it becomes an issue that he cannot let slide. After all, in the world of professional wrestling, every show counts, and there's no room for a slip-up. Considering Triple H's position, it is plausible that he could take drastic steps to ensure that such a blunder does not happen again. Historically, Triple H has not been afraid to address problems head-on, whether that's by taking a hands-on approach in creative meetings or stepping into the ring to challenge perceived incompetence. In this case, the possibility that he could punish a top WWE executive for failing to restore order on SmackDown doesn't seem entirely out of the question. To understand why Triple H might take this drastic action, it's important to know who might be the target of his ire. WWE operates under a complex hierarchy, with many key figures managing different aspects of the business, from Vince McMahon's overall oversight to the individual creative teams running shows. The buck doesn't stop with just one person. However, if an episode of SmackDown goes off the rails, the responsibility likely falls on the shoulders of a few top-tier executives. One of the key figures who could find themselves in hot water would be WWE's Executive Director of SmackDown, currently a position held by someone like Bruce Pritchard or someone in a similar role. This individual is responsible for overseeing the show's creative direction, ensuring that the segments flow properly, the talent is engaged, and the overall product maintains its momentum. If SmackDown's chaos stems from a breakdown in leadership or a lack of clear direction, Triple H might see it as an issue that has to be addressed firmly. After all, Triple H understands the importance of setting the tone for the show, as well as how crucial it is to make adjustments quickly when things go wrong. Triple H's leadership style has always been described as strict yet fair. He doesn't tolerate mediocrity or failure, especially when the success of a show like SmackDown depends on the seamless coordination of several moving parts. However, it's worth noting that Triple H also believes in nurturing talent and fostering growth. He's not necessarily looking to punish someone without reason. Instead, his focus would be on ensuring the necessary steps are taken to prevent such a disaster from happening again. In this case, the punishment might not necessarily involve any kind of drastic firing or firing of the executive. Instead, Triple H could implement a series of measures aimed at addressing the root causes of the issue. This might include reshuffling the creative team, or temporarily taking a more direct role in SmackDown's production to restore order. The punishment could also involve additional accountability measures, where the executive in question is expected to demonstrate their ability to handle high-pressure situations more effectively. If Triple H does take action against a top WWE executive for failing to restore order on SmackDown, it could signal a larger shift in WWE's power structure. Triple H's influence within the company has only grown over the years, and his response to this situation could bolster his already substantial position within WWE. In addition, such a move could send a message to other WWE executives and creative team members that Triple H is not afraid to step in when necessary. This could lead to a more disciplined and focused WWE moving forward, where everyone is held to higher standards, and the quality of the product is prioritized above all else. While the idea of Triple H punishing a top WWE executive for failing to restore order on SmackDown may seem dramatic, it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility in the cutthroat world of professional wrestling. Triple H's commitment to excellence, his leadership style, and his understanding of what it takes to maintain WWE's reputation all make it clear that any faltering on the company's part will be addressed swiftly. WWE's commitment to high-quality programming is at stake, and Triple H's actions in response to this crisis will send a clear message about the kind of leadership that WWE demands, whether it's inside the ring or behind the scenes. The next few weeks may reveal how WWE handles this delicate situation. But one thing is for sure, Triple H will ensure that WWE's flagship show is back on track, no matter the cost.